Clash of Clans podcast, special episode number 25. And we're back, and I can never do it as good as anybody else, but I'm back for another special episode with Natalia and Bryce, actually, the other leaders and participants in the big trophy push that we have talked about just lately. And hey, how's it going?
Hi, good. How are you?
Good. How are you, Bryce?
Good. Going good.
You're in the push. I saw you in there. Right, Bryce?
Yeah, I'm in there. I'm struggling around 2,700 trophies. I worked 40 hours in the last 3 days, so I haven't had to. It's been interfering with my clashing.
I know. God, isn't that just the worst part? It's like,
work is a pain.
I know, and life and everything gets in the way, and it's like, what?
Oh yeah.
You know, and I have to say, so here, if you're just catching up, it's November. 'Cause I suppose we should kind of date it, because that way people aren't in the future looking for our push stuff. We are running a push from the 9th of November through the 15th of November. So if you're still out there, we're not full yet, right? As of this morning?
Yeah, no, I think we only have, we're 40 of 50.
Okay.
So we've got 10 spots left. And last time I checked, I think we were like 615th in the world.
Which is kind of unbelievable to me.
Which is pretty good. We've jumped pretty high.
Yes.
In the last 2 days.
Yes, we have. And sorry, Bryce. What?
Yeah, huge shout out to Wharfrat. He helps me run Phantom Zone, does all of our donations, and he's awesome. All the Wharf rodents. Yeah, and he's our second champ along with T Skits. He just hit champ today,
which is awesomely cool to see that badge in the clan, and that's what surprised me about the push so far. And I'm looking right now to see where we're at. But I thought we were going to be pushing that 1,000 in the last couple days.
Yeah.
And especially given the fact that we're at 40, I think that's pretty cool.
That's pretty good.
Let me see here. I'm looking for where we're at. I can never find it on these things anymore because they've changed it all around.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, I did it again.
Top plans. Hold on.
613.
That's not bad. Pretty good.
Nope. Up 296. I just got taken for 1 star, but that gives me a little bit of a shield.
Yeah, I just got, let's see, my last attack. I got sniped for 11 trophies.
Okay.
Dang it, but not too bad.
Let me ask you this first, because Bryce and Nat have been around for a while, running the clans and just, coming into House of L and Zod. And so where are you guys at in the game?
So I will go first. I am currently, I would say, a mid-level Town Hall 9. I have all skull walls, working on some Lego walls, pretty much max defenses. I just have my expos to go and a couple archer towers to max, and then I'm ready to go to 10, pretty much.
Okay.
So that's where I'm at. I started the game, I believe was it not Thanksgiving of last year?
Wow.
Around that time? Yeah, so we're working on about a year playing now, so go ahead.
Very nice.
Yeah.
And how about you, Bryce?
I am a baby Town Hall 10. Just went to 10.
A newborn.
3-4 weeks ago now. So fortunately I was not as busy then as I am now. I was able to get both my Infernos down and upgrade 1.
Nice.
So I have pretty much max Town Hall 9 defenses and groups at this point.
And I know.
And then
oh, sorry. Keep going.
Oh, go ahead, Scotty.
No, do finish up because I'll.
Okay. And I got my P.E.K.K.A.s going to 4, and after the update, getting that 7 million elixir was just the hardest thing ever.
Oh, yeah.
So.
Yeah. So you've got your P.E.K.K.A.s where I am. Good thing you didn't get caught with your P.E.K.K.A. down like I did. And Boneyard as well. He's at 2.
Never get caught with your P.E.K.K.A. down.
Never get caught with your P.E.K.K.A. down. Because especially with the wars, when we do the wars. So here's why. Well, first of all, the trophy push is on.
Yep.
I did that podcast with Coop last week, which
was such a good podcast.
It really helped me. I don't know if I'd be where I'm at right now if I wouldn't have done that, because that Lunion thing, just talking about that, and the 40 building tip, that 40 buildings are it's 50%. That is really kind of amazing.
Yeah.
And so yesterday, you surpassed me in the pushing.
I did.
Blew me away, and I looked. I went to your camp, and I'm like, oh, she's a TH9.
I am.
And I thought, well, what's my excuse? So and I've been asking questions, and this is the best thing about, I think, this pushing clan that we formed, COC podcast. That's what it is. If you want to join, I'm learning a shit ton from everybody.
Yeah, I mean, you really have to. There's no way you can't learn stuff from everybody with all their strategies and posting constant replays. And I think Coop posted a replay the other day where he used 4 rage on the outside and like ballooned and got 50%. Yeah. And I was watching it and I went, I would have never thought of that. Like, yeah, I see Inferno Towers and on like multi and I flee. I generally do not attack the base. So
okay, here's a question, and this is maybe where I'm dumb again too. Just because I don't want to forget this. How can you tell if they're on multi or single?
So on single, let me see if I can find one. Bryce has one. On multi, they kind of have a disco head. It kind of looks like a disco ball. And then, can you put it on single for me?
I see it.
Yeah, and then on single, it's like one big ring on the top.
Oh my God, I'm an idiot. I had no idea.
So when I'm looning, when I see Inferno Towers, number 1 is a Town Hall 9, I look for, level 1s because a level 2 and a level 3 generally take me out. And then I like to look for single Inferno Towers, not multi, because the single locks on to the one balloon. Yeah. And then we'll take down. So my balloons, if I have rage, I have enough time to kind of get them in, rage them to that the single Inferno Tower, and then take it down and heal it right after.
Oh my God, I am I cannot believe I didn't know that. But man, will that change everything when I'm looking for targets? Because I thought you just assume that they're on multi. And then
no, I always look. I have to sometimes I have to zoom in because I'm working on an iPhone 5S, so I don't have the giant beautiful screen. So I'm zooming in, but I'm doing it really carefully to not accidentally drop troops, because that is the worst in a push when you accidentally drop a balloon and then you lose 39 trophies.
Yeah, that happened yesterday, didn't it to you?
Yeah, it happened twice to me. I had one time where I was sitting on the couch and my little 2-year-old son came up and tapped my screen.
Oh, no.
And I was like, oh, geez, thanks, kid.
Boy, that's cute.
Lost 32 there. I'm like, oh, that's so sweet, but you've totally just wrecked a 2-hour session for me. I'm going to go ahead and stop.
Okay, so you're attacking with Lunion?
Yeah, I was doing La Lunion for a while, so I was doing 1 Lava Hound, 20 balloons, and 45 minions. Okay. And then I was going 2 heal, 2 rage. But right now I'm kind of back to Lunion, so 20 balloons, 60 minions. Okay. And using 2 heal, 2 rage. And I try to find bases where I don't have to use all of my spells. Like, I either can use 2 of my heals or 2 of my rage or 3 spells. That way, my spell queue, I'm not waiting an hour to attack. And then in between attacks, I'm constantly looking for snipes or a Town Hall 8 or Town Hall, trying to find that one unicorn of a base.
Okay. And how about you, Bryce?
So,
How are you? What are you using? How are you attacking?
I'm using Balloonion. Same thing. 20 balloons, 60 minions, and then I usually run with 2 heal, 2 rage, and a free spell.
Okay.
But like I made it to 2,800, and then I really haven't. Like I don't even have a league shield right now. I've just been so busy. I haven't had a chance.
Okay.
And Natalia doesn't give herself enough credit on pushing because she passed me and you. But what the people don't know is that she pushed all the way up to 3,000 because she's a Town Hall 9, got frustrated.
I'm sorry, I went to 3,100.
3,100.
Thank you very much.
Jeez.
She dropped back down to like 2,400 trophies.
No, I dropped back down to 1,950.
And then now she's back to 2,900.
I went to gold 1.
So
Holy shitballs.
She puts us all to shame, and I have to live in the same house with her. It's terrible. She puts me to shame on the pushing. It's crazy.
Yeah, that is so. Okay, so now let me, because I'm learning a lot here. First of all, Inferno Towers. You guys have army camps that are not maxed yet. So I have more troops than you.
Well, my army camp is maxed for a 9, so right. I'm at 220. Yeah,
right. I'm still at 222.
Okay, so I take in a few more balloons. And just a little tip, which I have been finding rocks, is I take in 2 Velks. And when I send in my army and everything, then I send the 2 Velks and then the King and Queen behind it. Because they're going to run faster and they're going to target whatever the King and Queen are going to target because they go for, the closest thing.
Sure.
They take a lot of hits. They last a long time. And if you deploy them like on the outside, if you're going for that 50%, that has saved me a bunch of times.
See, because my stupid queen, I cannot figure out her AI for the life of me.
What AI?
She's constant. It's just insane. I cannot figure it out. And I have had so many 49% when she's like standing next to a builder's hut and she's shooting a gold storage, and I'm like, turn around, you stupid shit. I have 1%, and I just lose the entire raid because she refuses to like see the tiny builder's hut that's right next to her.
Yeah.
But I'll definitely, maybe I'll swap out some minions for some Valks, and I'll try that out.
Or even
sure.
just one. Even one, if it's going to take if that's the one you drop on the outside after the defenses are going, it's going to last through those bombs that are out there. And they're faster than a spring trap. And that might get you but you shouldn't do anything because you should just keep doing what you're doing because it's obviously seems like it's working.
Hey, well, I actually learned my Balloonian skills from the Bad Rabbits clan I was in. They're a huge group of Lunars in there, and they are some of the best that I've seen. So gotta give props to them and Bad Rabbits over there. Tell
me what you learned. What are the strategies? Because I'm new to this. I'm new to the Lunian. I did it when I was farming way down low. I'm getting better at it. I hope.
So what I learned in Bad Rabbits was when farming, you want to try and find a base that you don't have to use spells on, obviously. What are those things called? The
air defenses?
Air defenses. That's the word I'm looking for. Yes.
Air defenses, as I call them.
Yeah, on the outside. Wizards, towers, and archers kind of in weird positions, and then just take it down. And you want to put minions in right behind your balloons.
Okay.
You don't want to wait. generally I put my balloons in kind of a V shape or an L line. So I'll kind of start from one side and go to the opposite side and make a V or an L.
Like
That way
Mighty
my
Ducks.
balloons, that way my balloons kind of come together a little bit, and it's a little easier if I do need to drop a spell. That spell hits the majority of those balloons at the point.
Okay.
Yeah, and then while pushing, I tend to, it depends on the base. I still like to drop it in an L or a V, but sometimes I'll clump my air defenses. Not my air defenses, my balloons, excuse me. Right next to the two closest air defenses. And then, or if I find a wizard's tower, generally you want to use a rage spell into a wizard's tower and heal into an air defense.
Okay. So
that's what I learned.
So, okay. So, and this brings me to Bryce, because here's my spell makeup right now. Because I saw T-Skits stuff, and I'm new to this. So I have been taking in 3 rage, a lightning, and a freeze. I was using the heal, because at a certain point it seems like if I come in from 2 different directions with, at the top, kind of like an L, I guess, but I usually drop more in a clump. It always seems like the balloons converge at one point, and that one heal, I hope it does something. But Bryce, you said you're using a heal. You're taking in a heal.
Yeah, I try to find the 2 air defenses on the outside and attack those, and so I'm gonna heal the balloons right away, because the Infernos are always in the middle next to the town hall. So you get the heals in, so your balloons are not getting knocked down by the air defenses, and then you can rage them into the Inferno towers once you get to the middle.
Okay.
And then,
so you'll go for you won't rage in over the air D. You'll send in your balloons with the heal on them.
Right, because the nothing when an Inferno tower is hitting something, the heal spells are useless.
Yeah, they don't work. But you're not raging. You're not raging in right away you're saving your rage till later.
Right, because you can't use the heal later, so you would either have to go, like, if you wanted to rage from the beginning, you'd have to go all rage.
Yeah, you'd have to pretty much do all rage.
Because once you get to that middle point, you're not going to have the heal spell's not going to do you any good.
Okay.
And then I try to use my freeze as like a last, because those things take forever to make. So I try to use that as I don't think this is going very well. I need to freeze that Inferno so I can get a couple more %.
So that's your last resort.
Right.
Well, so T-Skits takes a lightning, you don't take a lightning.
No, I would be curious to hear what he uses the lightning for.
Well, he uses it for the CC.
Okay.
That's smart, because I have see the wizards come out of the CC and I go, oh God.
Yeah, that happened to me yesterday. And in fact, I did one attack this morning, and here comes the CC, and I see a witch, and I see wizards come out. So what I did was, at that point, I thought, well, this could go really bad. I was able to freeze them and an Inferno, and then I lightning them.
Nice.
Because I'm like, okay, I know exactly where you little bastards are at.
That's Boom. Right. Yeah.
But I did like the heal, and so I might not have been using it right. Oh, and the one other thing that I saw that was really cool, I think it was T-Skits. It might have been Worf, but I think it was T-Skits. He said, pay attention to the things that took damage. So, like, let's say your balloons went over something and some things got damaged or some minions got in. At the last minute yesterday, he had he was like close to 50%, but at that last minute, the things didn't go well. His troops died, but the minions had got in there. They had died. And then he hit a couple buildings with the lightning, and because they had been weakened already.
Because of the minions.
He got to 50%. Because the lightning
really
took out.
Too.
Yeah. Yeah. So, God.
Yeah.
So if you're out there, and you want to join, this is a big learning opportunity.
Huge learning.
Yeah, and I'm at the highest I've ever been. Well, I think it was 20. What am I at right now? I was up just a little bit more.
You were at 2907 last night.
Yeah, now I'm at 2902, which I think my previous was 2680 something.
That's pretty good.
But yeah, I was running out of elixir, and so I was asking everybody for advice on what to do, and so that's why I was asking you about the spells and what you take in, because you said 2 to 3.
Yeah, I generally try to use 2 to 3 spells. I try not to use all 4, but once you get into Master 2, Master 1, Champ, it's really difficult not to use all of your spells. I was, so kind of dropped out of the push there for a day or so.
Oh, you mean you're what, 5... that 1,000 climb or wherever you're at.
Yeah. So I initially, right before the push, I think on the 8th, I was at 30. I just reached, I think, 3,100, and then I dropped back down. I had things going on in my personal life that I had to take care of, and didn't know if I was going to have time. So I went back to Kent, and I dropped back down, and I was hanging out in Norsk Global.
Ooh.
Kind of chatting with some people. And I spoke to somebody named Winter. It was WIN 7 instead of the T and then ER. And he was a champion. And there were a lot of champions in there. And they were talking about using all minions.
Really?
All minions and taking 5 lightning with you. Not necessarily using all 5 lightning. This was for Town Hall 10s, but not necessarily using all 5 lightning, but using the lightning when you need it. And just picking off the outside buildings with just minions. And so he popped into Kent real quick. This was really cool of him. He left his clan, popped into Kent to show me a replay. And yeah, he just ringed the base with minions and then popped a few minions wherever he needed it. And he got the 50% pretty much every time.
Wow.
And he said that got me to champ. And I was like, that's kind of genius, because when you're in Masters, high up in Masters and champ, getting a pretty nice DE bonus.
Yeah.
And you're generally bringing in a pretty good DE. So DE is never of concern as elixir is. And so basically you're using an entire DE army and just using elixir for spells.
Wow. That's really cool. And I'm afraid to try
that was pretty neat.
Well, yeah, that 50%. Yeah. So, sorry, Bryce, were you going to say something?
Yeah, I tried it, and I was really consistent at getting 47%.
I think you just have to be really you have to do what T-Skit said, look and see what got damaged and use your lightning smartly.
I'm going to post this replay right now, but I just got the coolest 2-star. I got both Inferno Towers, and the minions were all running around the outside, and 2 of them decided to go shoot at the town hall, and they just barely got it. It was awesome.
Nice. Well, and what I've learned so far is from everybody is be picky.
Yes, be very picky.
And I made some really stupid mistakes. I've only lost 1 battle, I think, so far.
That's pretty good. I lost, I think, 3 or 4 yesterday. That kind of hurt.
Well, yeah, but you still, are kicking ass. But I only lost the 1. And then after the chats and stuff, what I started to do, and being picky and seeing the replays, is I'll grab the builders' huts in the corners, 1 minion.
Yeah.
Anytime I can see anything like that.
Yeah.
Taking full advantage. So here's what Matt said and everybody in the chat yesterday, because I said I'm only getting 6 or 7 trophies every time.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And he said look for something with higher trophies for that 50%.
Yeah, look for something that's got anywhere from 20 to 30 trophies. Anything. I generally, when I'm looking for a base to attack, I look for something that I can 2-star. because if a CC full of wizards pops out, I'm probably only going to 1-star it at that point.
Okay.
And so if I'm looking for bases that I'm like, oh, I'm pretty sure I can get 50% on, if something goes wrong, I'm not getting that 50%.
Right.
So I'm not getting a star. So if I'm, it's generally better to look for stuff that you're pretty sure you can 2-star or 3-star. That way you're kind of almost guaranteeing yourself trophies.
And is there something that you avoid completely?
Level 3 disco ball Inferno Towers.
Okay.
As
God,
soon as I see them, I don't care
so
where
happy
they're
to
at.
know that.
I next. I will not attack that base. And especially if it comes with all 3 maxed
expos.
Yes, expos. Maxed expos. If they have red expos and they're up in the air and they're level 3 Inferno Towers, I'm out. Like, I am not hitting that base.
Man,
and unless the town hall is like out on the super side and it's got like P.E.K.K.A statues or something, and I know that there's no nothing around it and I can just snipe the town hall, I'll generally snipe the town hall.
Are you finding town halls outside?
I am. I think I found so far this morning, and I've only played for about an hour this morning, found 3.
Wow. Okay, Bryce, how about you? What do you avoid?
I avoid, Inferno Towers. Sometimes people will get their Inferno Tower a little farther outside to not protect the town hall. Try to stay away from that. Max air defenses. And, if you got level 3 expos, I know I'm referencing this replay and that doesn't make for great radio, but
no, that's all right.
Anytime I see expos down, that is a huge, I'm going in because there's 3 big defenses that are shut off. So,
well, I just pulled up your replay. So what Bryce did is sent in along the, what would it be? The west side? Yeah, the northwest side, in a line the balloons, and then healed them, and they kept going in, followed by the minions, and then the balloons are kind of circling, not heading necessarily straight to the center, and the minions are around the outside just cleaning up. And wow, that's crazy. The balloons made it all the way to the other side and then took out an air defense on the other side. And you're at 61%. And see, and look, you can't see it here, but that balloon dropped on that elixir storage and did some damage. And that would be a perfect spot probably with a lightning if you were not getting the 50%. Now, when the battles happen, I turn into a complete mess, and I'm trying to just keep it all straight. But look at this. Oh, man. So the minions made it back in, and you're right, there's those couple just heading in for the town hall. Basically,
that
Bryce,
doesn't ever happen to me. I don't get that kind of luck. My minions don't do that.
I know. Yeah. I'm looking at this and going, this is probably the best I've ever seen the AI act.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy. And he gets a 2-star.
2-star.
2 heals, 2 rage, and a freeze. Okay. So here's what I want to ask them, because I kind of touched on it last night, and I think you kind of addressed it a little bit, but so what does your session look like?
So, like, my pushing sessions,
they
don't look like they did when I had my kid, that's for sure. But I usually push for 2 hours at a time. So I'll do one boosting session. I'll boost my all my barracks. I'll boost my heal, my spell factory, and then I generally don't boost my Archer Queen and Barb King until I really need them.
Okay.
And like I said, I'll sit down and play for 2 hours if I can. And, will in between, my spells being created and my armies being worked on, I will go look for a snipe or go look for a Town Hall 8. Because generally, I'll cook my troops back to back. So before I leave for a raid, I'll re-queue up all my troops. So by the time that I'm back, I generally will have like 10 balloons. All my minions will be done, so I can immediately kind of go back out. And if there's a Town Hall 8 or a Town Hall 7, I can take that down with the army that I have cooked already.
Okay, and so you basically are out looking constantly, and then
always, yeah.
And then you have your spell factory going, and so you can see what you can get without spells or with what little spells you have.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I'm usually waiting for everything to get ready and then going.
Yeah.
Because I have not seen a town hall outside, but I guess
Yeah, and you have to next. There's a lot of nexting going on, and generally, if you don't have a lot of gold, nexting can become an issue, but I cannot get rid of my gold fast enough. I always told myself I would stop at black walls, the walls.
Yep.
And now I'm up to 20 Lego walls already.
Wow.
Like, I just cannot get rid of my gold fast enough, and I have nothing else to upgrade with gold.
I do have 4 Lego walls.
Yeah.
Which I never thought I would do.
Yeah, I was always so adamant that, like, skull walls, I'm done. But
yeah. Well, how about you, Bryce? What does your session look like?
Pretty much the same. I boost everything, and I try to keep my queen back in a battle. If it looks like the 50% is going to go well, I'll keep the queen. And then as soon as I get back, I'll go and look for a snipe again. Wow. So
I'm going to have to really... Well, this week it's really bad for me in terms of just the sit-down session. Or I'm kind of going in. The defensive trophy wins have been pretty decent, like I got the -1 and I got a -7 last night.
That's not bad.
But I had a +27 because somebody just dropped a barb, and whoever that was, thank you very much. That was really sweet and kind of you.
That's the nice thing about Town Hall 10s is you guys can get those occasional defensive wins. I do not see a defensive win past Crystal. Like, it just does not happen for me. Even if I put my Town Hall on the inside, I just get rolled over by Town Hall 10s. So I'm losing, -23 plus, 200,000 gold and 300,000 elixir and 4,000 DE. And I'm just like, what is the point?
Yeah. Now I remember this from the chat. Is your Town Hall outside?
It is, yeah. It's sitting on the outside. I've got some flowers around it because I'm a girl. And I want people to know that there's no Inferno Tower. There's no Teslas around it or anything. So
please take this and give me a shield.
Please take my Town Hall and leave me be, please. And I have like a little arrow flag that's like, drop your barb here and
very
go.
Nice. You're very considerate.
I thought so. So, but yeah, generally I see, since I've been up here, I haven't gotten rolled over. I've gotten rolled maybe once and I lost 35 trophies. But the majority of the time it's Town Hall snipes, which is really nice.
And how about you, Bryce? Are you doing the same?
No, my Town Hall is in. I am using the, originally, this is going back to the Bad Rabbits. Me, Natalia, our Cooper, Katie, we're all rabbits before we became Kryptonian family members. I'm using a base originally from a guy, DWB Alpha. He's in Bad Rabbits LTE right now. Shout out to DWB, and his base is called the Sucker Hole. And you can look at it. It has all 4 Teslas in the same spot in the middle of the base next to the Town Hall.
Okay.
So it creates a hole where people can drop troops. and the replays are amazing. I've seen an entire full-up ground army be completely destroyed. People bringing in, people have tried to, just all kinds of barge armies and just hundreds and hundreds of troops just totally destroyed by the 4 wizard towers, and it's hilarious.
So they drop it right in the center where the fort. Like, I've seen an entire maxed go wipe army go in that hole and not come out. Like, no walls are broken. Town hall did not get attacked, taken like 5%, and it's done.
Okay.
And their attack is done. Like, spells are dropped and just nothing.
So, okay, explain. So there's the wizard towers are around it, like in the corners, and then there's the hole where all the Teslas are?
Yeah, all 4 Teslas are right next to each other. You can drop troops over a Tesla. So there's a that big inviting red square. Ooh, I'm going to drop all this stuff. And the town hall is right next to it. So people who aren't paying attention go, ooh, I'm going to get this town hall. And literally all 3 expos, all 4 Wizards Towers, both Infernos, and all 4 Teslas. I have level 7 Teslas, which are awesome. I can't wait to get my 8s.
Oh, yeah.
And everything. And the town, or the, and now with the new skeleton traps, my skeletons are all right there.
Are they on ground or air?
Ground.
Okay.
I haven't been attacked very much by Balloonian at all. Because with the towers and, I have max Town Hall 9 defenses, nobody really does very well with Balloonian.
What do you think it would help if I got barched for last night? If I put those outside on the ground, because I move mine into the center on air.
Mine are outside. Well, let's see where mine are. I'm not exactly sure. I have mine kind of inside, but mine are both on air. Because I don't find, like, with this base, my air defenses are kind of on the outside. So I tend to get ballooned quite a bit. And those little flying balloon guys, they take down some balloons, man. They can really kill a raid if you don't have your minions right behind them. Yeah.
And I think that's been my weakness, is being late on my minions, because then it takes a little while to kind of catch up with the balloons and kind of level everything. Because what I've been trying to do is like wipe out at least half so I can get that queen and king in the Velks to be within range of the town hall somehow. Oh man, I have to say, Bryce, I have fallen for that sucker hole before.
Oh yeah. I've done it before too.
Do you ever use those holes in any of your attacks?
No, because I've seen what happens when you put your...
I've seen people, because I've seen a couple where I'll see a hole there and I'll just drop a minion, and then I'll see if it's just like one Tesla, then I can drop a couple balloons. But I guess it might
I do that when I'm farming, and there's like a huge gold haul. I'll kind of, I'm like, what? I don't really care about trophies so much. So I'll drop, a minion or an archer in there to kind of see what pops up. Okay. But when I'm trophy pushing, absolutely not. When I see a hole, I know something is going to pop up that I don't want to pop up and kill all of my troops. Yeah. And there goes my hard-earned trophies. No, absolutely not.
I can just imagine all the shit shows that you could see on that, because people would probably drop a bunch of spells and then their troops, and you can't probably see anything that's going on while everything is being totally destroyed.
Well, and it's funny when you watch the sucker hole replays. Our coop had the sucker hole until he got to Masters 1, because that's about where it starts not working as well, because you have those people who know that something's going to pop up, so they come around the outside. I think get 2 stars. But anyway, when you're down below the replays, you'll see somebody will drop an archer in there, and then nothing happens for about 15 to 20 seconds. Like nothing gets dropped, and they're sitting there on their phone going, oh shit, what do I do, what should I do, oh shit, oh god, what do I do?
And then
it's just the fun, then everything then everything just starts being dropped in, and it's just like a bonanza of troops. It's crazy.
I suppose those wizard towers with the splash damage,
Oh yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, definitely. Wizard towers and mortars are always on top of the list of the upgrade, and now with the 4th mortar, too.
Yeah,
it's harder to attack people.
Well, I'm really enjoying the shortened time for the king and queen. And one of my, I guess, because I'm not, I'll go in and, the play's going on. It's this last week. And so it's been busy. What I started to think about last night was I should just boost my king and queen so that way I can go attack and then I can come back and they're going to be there ready faster. Mm-hmm. So if people are searching, they're not there. They're ready to go.
Mm-hmm. If I boost any of my heroes, it's generally my queen, because I can use her to snipe and I can put her farther away in case there is something that pops up. I can kind of put her on the outskirts and she shoots farther, whereas my king actually has to go up to the town hall. Okay. And can up stuff, whereas my queen, I can kind of put her as far away as possible. So
God,
I'll boost her if I need to boost any of them.
Man, this has been been a crazy week for learning. It's like you don't realize how much you didn't know about the game. I've been doing the revenges, by the way.
Revenges are a must, an absolute. Like, I do my revenges before I do an actual attack. And before I boost, I will go through all of my lists and see if I can revenge anybody. Anytime I come back from an attack, I will go to my list and see if anybody can be revenged. Just about every 30 minutes that I'm checking to see if somebody can be revenged. Because yesterday, as I was climbing back up, I had 2 revenges.
I wouldn't even call that climbing. I mean, you're like strapped to a Saturn V rocket.
I was doing pretty well, but I had 2 back-to-back revenges. One was a Town Hall 7 that got me 50 trophies.
Holy shit.
And another was a Town Hall 8 that gained me 55 trophies. So in a span of 5 minutes, I got 105 trophies.
Okay, wait a second. Because I was looking at my revenges way down. Mm-hmm. There was 3. There was a 3 trophy. There's a 0 trophy. 0. I would have got
0.
nothing.
Mm-hmm. They were probably somebody that's a higher town hall level than you, and they're lower in trophies than you. So you want to try to find somebody. So the way the revenge on the cups works is if they are either... Town hall doesn't matter as much, I don't think, but it depends on how high they are in trophies. So I was in, it was a Town Hall 8 who was sitting in Masters 3, and I was sitting in Crystal 3. So the amount of trophies for me to attack that person went up to 50. Whereas if I was in Masters 3, revenging somebody in Crystal 3, I would only get, 5 trophies.
Okay. Well, I was kind of thinking that was how it worked, and I think our Coop talked about it a little bit. But, and here's something. I don't know if they updated it, but here's why I never did revenges partly before, was that every time you went in there, the list you'd have to start at the top of the list and scroll all the way down. Mm-hmm. But now you can go in and you come back and it's right where it was, your place.
Yeah, that's really nice.
That's new with the last update, and that is so nice. It was so frustrating before to try to do revenge.
Yeah, because I would never know. I was like, did I hit that button? I have no...
Yeah, which one did I hit?
It was like 5 down. Yeah.
And that's why
it's really nice that you can just go back.
It just wasn't worth it. It just seemed like it took forever to do these, simple, or, just to even look through them. And of course, I didn't know that you could just hit attack and then end it, but... God, yeah, I'm learning something all the time.
Speaking of revenges, and I'm like, I have this juicy, amazing revenge. I have a Town Hall 3 who is up in Champion. Hello.
Oh my
Congratulations to the Town Hall 3 in Champion. Name is Home. Clan is like Chinese characters. I can't understand it. Props to you, but I am coming for you. I see you on constantly. I've not been able to revenge this Town Hall 3 in Champion for like 5 days, but I keep going, and I'll get him eventually.
Yeah.
Hopefully something epic will happen, and like that'll be.
Well, I want to drop like one balloon and one minion and just take him down.
Oh, that would be great. You're probably one person in the long line of lists.
I'm sure there's like everybody that's just pushing that revenge button constantly.
Where is he? That little
He's coming. It's like, I see Home, but he's always online. He must be using the banana trick or BlueStacks or something. I don't know. But he is never offline, ever. I can't ever find him offline, so.
Oh, this is so frustrating.
But, yeah.
I'm searching for a Town Hall snipe right now, and I've passed 3 Town Hall 9s. Of course, I don't have a full army. And I just saw a Town Hall 10 with literally like level 2 air defense.
Oh, see, that's what I hate. I feel like, and it's so not true. But, you know, when I go and I'm looking in between and I see something, I feel like, oh, shit, you know, I won't see them again. And, you know, if I had my army, maybe I would have. But, of course, it's just timing and in luck.
Well, yeah, and you probably wouldn't see them if you waited 20 minutes anyway, because somebody else is going to have attacked them by then.
Yeah, and that's why I asked last night, you know, how many necks you hit, you know, when you're looking, and I need to just spend more time.
Yeah, generally up where what am I, Master 2 right now? I probably do 50 to 75 necks before I find a base. I know when I was up in Masters 1, I literally one time went from, I believe I had 1.4 million gold, and I did not find a base I could attack until I was down to about 750,000 in gold. Yeah, so it was a lot. I swear it was like an hour and 45 minutes that I just spent on my phone going next, Max Inferno Tower, Max, no. I mean, it was crazy.
Yeah.
And that's when I put the phone down and said, I need a break, because obviously, like, every town hall that I can attack has already been attacked, and they need to come online, and I couldn't find anything.
And I did it wrong, because I would hit, you know, a little over 1 million gold, and then I'd shove it into a wall. And now I'm up to over 1 million, and I won't put it into a wall till I hit 2 million. So that way I won't.
Yeah, I generally keep about 1 million to 750,000 gold. And then my elixir, I just keep. I don't dump my elixir until I have something like 5 million elixir. I generally want to stay around 4 million.
And you can get that?
I started, listen to this. I started yesterday, I was in gold 1, and I had 899,000 elixir, and I'm sitting currently at 4,100,589 elixir. Mm-hmm.
How are you doing that?
I just, like I said, Town Hall snipes are wonderful because I just use my queen, and here comes, 120,000 gold, 120,000 elixir, and it's just an easy way for me to make, 10 Town Hall snipes, and I have 1 million elixir.
Oh my God. Okay. Well, let me ask this then.
Okay.
What's your plan for the rest of the push? What are you... so if people want to get in, we've got the 10 spots. It ends at 5 p.m. on Sunday, I believe. I
believe so. Yes.
Okay.
I'll have to check with our coop, but I believe it ends Sunday night.
Okay. Oh, sorry, Bryce.
At this point, anybody that wants to come over, I mean, if you're in silver 2 and you think you can make it to gold 2, then come over. Any of the K-Fam members, friends and family, whatever. The way the push numbers are calculated, or the way the trophy number is calculated, it's not just the number of trophies you have. A larger percentage of it comes from
the top 10,
the top players.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
So we need to get to 50, even if we have to stuff the clan with alts to push, if we push that one guy up, there's like a percentage breakdown. So if there may be that one player that we push up that percentage, it may get us, from 201 to 200.
Or if you're a champion and you want to come over,
Yeah.
I'm
By
good
all
with
means,
that.
Feel free.
Masters 1, you all are more than welcome to come hang out. Cool, amazing group of people.
Yeah,
currently in the Push Clan.
Really cool, and I wish I could be in there more. It's just like you said, life and everything has
yeah.
been, and I think we're gonna do one war afterwards. Maybe was kind of the talk.
I think like one no obligation war or something like that, which I'm not sure I'll be able to participate in, but I will try.
Where are you guys
There's
aiming for?
There's a lot. Originally I was aiming for champ, and I would like to get to champ, but my previous record, I believe, was Masters 3, so I've bypassed my previous record pretty far already.
Jeez, yeah.
But I would like to make it to champ because I really want those 2,000 gems and the amazing red shield.
Yeah, and
that would be cool.
And not to mention, just having that achievement there.
Yeah, I mean,
accomplishing that third star or whatever.
Yeah, that would be really nice. So I'm working towards that, and I will probably, if I don't make it within the push, I will probably just keep going and get it anyway.
Okay.
I figured I've come far, I might as well just go the whole way.
Fast. How about you, Bryce?
Yeah.
My previous best trophy record was like the middle of Crystal 2 or something, just like 2,400 trophies. So I've blown past that, and I would like to get to 3,000 cups. If I could get to 3,000, that would be great. I think with I literally started a new job 3 weeks ago.
Oh.
So with my time restraints, I just don't think I can make it to champ. But 3,000 trophies would be really good.
It would be hard for me to make champ during the push, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I do think that I will keep going after it. I'm basically, and maybe after today, maybe I'll find, because obviously I just learned a ton. I'm trying to do 100 trophies a day plus, which would put me at, now the weekend's going to be kind of tough. But if I can get up, if I could I'll break 3,000, hopefully. But I'm going to do as much as I can, as hard as I can, to get there. But I want to keep going because, one of the New Year's resolutions, and it's already coming up fast, was to hit champ this year. And so
it's a good resolution.
Yeah, and I'm getting so close now. I mean, I'm higher than I've ever been, and it's kind of in the swing. And what's awesome about our clan too, in the push, is everybody's donating the really good troops and helping out.
Super high level troops, yeah, really really nice. Because when you're pushing, I kind of count on my CC troops, where I don't generally do that. Normally my CC troops are just kind of clean up to get whatever. But now I really kind of count on my clan castle troops to get me that 50%.
Yeah. And it's so nice. And I got to learn to put those in a little bit earlier, and make sure I double check to make sure what's in there first before I go in.
That is, I've done that so many times. Like generally I have, balloons or minions in there, and occasionally I'll get a pig dog or whatnot. But the other day I was doing an attack and my balloons are going, and it's an easy 50%. It's an easy 2-star for me. And so I dropped the clan castle, and out comes a level 3 lava hound. And I went, oh man,
I could use that earlier.
Why do didn't I know that I had that? I could have 3-starred this base if I knew that I had that. But yeah, so now I check before I go into every raid kind of what I have in my clan castle.
And I almost screwed up last night because of that. My king and queen weren't done. And I started the attack. And I thought, where the hell are they?
Why are they not there?
Yeah. And I must have missed them by a minute, because by the time I got back, there they were standing around. Hey, where were you guys? You know?
Hey, Scotty, where'd you go?
Hey, what's up? Well, we're getting close to an hour. So is there anything you guys want to talk about? I know you mentioned.
I would like to talk a little bit about Kent Farmhouse. Some things have changed in there recently.
All right.
So what we do in Kent Farmhouse, we're a farming clan. Very laid back. We're generally pretty full. Right now, we're full up with people that are coming back from the push. I want to give a huge shout out to my current co-leaders, Big Fry. I believe it's Heisler, who just got promoted to co-leader.
Can you say that name again?
Mr. Psycho Rocker. I think it's Heisler.
Okay.
Heisler and Mr. Psycho Rocker, who will be promoted to co-leader once he gets back from the push. They're all amazing. I have good elders in there. Trailer Park Mark is good. Ryan, Guar, who I will shout out in just a second.
Awesome.
But some things have changed there real quick. We do a war once a week. It starts on Tuesday. And since we are so full, I did a poll with the members of the farmhouse, and the war is now mandatory. You must participate in the war in Kent Farmhouse now. I gave the clan the option to either do no wars or make it mandatory, and over 80% decided to make it mandatory. So It's currently required that you do the war. One last thing is we are a contest in Kent Farmhouse, a farming contest. Guar came up with the idea. Basically, I took a snapshot of everybody's gold grab, elixir escapade, and heroic heist. And after the season ends, this next season, I will take another snapshot, and whoever gained the most resources in their respected town hall levels get a $10 iTunes card.
Oh, that's awesome.
So that's pretty cool. It's a nice thing to do when we've got some of our big guys pushing. So
yeah. And I have to apologize to Elle. I have not been back since and if you hear this and you want to kick Zace out, go ahead and do that. With the play and everything, and we've been getting some episodes out now, so too. And I was supposed to do an episode with T-Skits, but I think Boaz is going to do a Boaz Presents with them. Just because
that would be cool.
Just because of some scheduling things, because I don't get done till late, and I can't even really record with Boaz because we're doing this during the day, which worked out really pretty well.
That would be really cool. And I got a lot of shit for kicking Zace out of us.
Did you really?
And I had to say, hey, I was like, hey, I sent him an email. Like, I made him approve that I could kick you out. I asked him if I could. So
well, yeah, and it's
that was pretty funny.
Switching my game center, you know what I mean? Going because
it's hard. It takes a lot of time.
Yeah, and I'm kind of back and forth and have a lot of other things going on. So it's like, okay, I got to get in there and do that. And I went in and I sent in a clan mail, but yeah. Zace is just kind of he was a placeholder, and I promoted. I think it was Sasquatch to leader, and then left. Basically, because every time I get a chance to get on my iPad now or my phone, it's for the push.
Yeah.
So how about you, Bryce? Or did you want to? Did you get the shout out soon that you wanted?
I did. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm good.
Yeah, I would just like to shout out Brainlink, who's Jason in a different clan, I think. He started Phantom Zone and then got busy. And Phantom Zone was originally for alternate accounts, and we're sort of morphing into our own big boy clan now. We've been doing really good in the wars. We have Warfrat and Kratos, who are my really awesome co-leaders. Kratos is awesome, and Warfrat is really good.
Yeah, and he's a champ in the COC podcast clan right now.
Right. Right, and Kratos is a really good Town Hall 10. He just didn't have the time to push. And all my Phantom Zoners, it's a great group over there. We're small, but we're mighty, so.
Yeah, and I was going to move Xace over there when it was kind of the alternate account, and he just probably needs to go away for a while. Just, like, be away, and then I can move in between clans or something, just to kind of visit and do that kind of stuff.
You are always welcome back. I did say that in my kick message.
Oh yeah. So I didn't even say, that's how bad it is. I'm like, well, it's just, yeah, I think do you guys have alt accounts?
I do.
We have Bubba Steen.
Yeah, we have Bubba Steen who we work on together. And then I also have Natty Cakes, who's like a Town Hall 5, who I don't work on at all. I just use her in case Bubba Steen is somewhere that, I can't pull out. Like, Bubba Steen's currently in a war in PZ, so I had to pull out Natty Cakes to go take over Kent Farmhouse while I was in the push.
Okay. All right. Yeah, so that's... Any more shout-outs, Bryce?
Yeah, I have a couple. We're recording this on Veterans Day, and I just got out of the military last year. So,
happy Veterans Day! Thank you very much.
Big shout out to all the men and women out there serving.
And I know Matt is in the military as well, and the Phantom Warlord.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Phantom Warlord and COCK.
And then another big shout out to my dad, who is a clasher as well.
Really?
Yes.
He's a bad rabbit. His screen name is Tarf.
Oh,
and
cool.
If you figure out what that is backwards, it's pretty funny. And he didn't know you couldn't change it, so that's kind of a funny story.
Yeah.
But he's a Town Hall 9, and he just made it to Masters 2 also. So.
Oh, very cool.
And he started like 6 months ago, maybe 5 months ago. I mean, he's crazy.
And his gold grab is already almost 200 million. He's nuts.
Yeah, it's really it's interesting to me, because I've been playing for a long time, but people can really catch up in the game if, depending how you play, because, I've been at it for a long time, but the way I think that they adjusted is like, you don't have to play for 2 years to have a TH10 that's in good shape.
No.
As long as you're using your builders wisely and doing your gold grab.
Yeah, and I've noticed recently that the loot economy is much better.
Yes.
Shout out to Supercell for kind of whatever they jiggered around in there, because it is much better.
I'm wondering if it's the bonuses on the end of...
Yeah, the war bonuses and the league bonuses kind of all put together, I think has really helped.
Yeah, and especially, in this push especially, because I'm getting the 120,000, and Matt said last night, he's like, make sure you're trying to hit something where you can get almost 100,000 and go a little bit slower if you have to. And I'm up. I boosted my elixir pumps, and I'm doing all right. And so that's why I'm just being picky and going to keep going for it and see what I can work up to after all of this.
Well, you can do it. I'm sure you can.
Well, obviously, yeah. And I'll keep watching, listening to your guys' advice and everything and the stuff.
Thanks.
Yeah, I wouldn't have been able to push at all without the new bonuses, because I didn't want to do it initially, and Natalia talked me into it. Right after I hit, I had max elixir, and then I hit my P.E.K.K.A.s for 7 million. So I went into the push with less than 1 million, and I've stayed right there the whole time, just living off of the loot bonus.
Yeah, and where are you sitting at in elixir now?
I think I've had 1.2 million elixir for like 3 weeks.
And while you look, I did not talk you into it. I told you could do whatever you wanted to do.
See, I should just really push when I need to get my Dark Elixir troops going, because that is what starts to really rack up. fast.
Yeah, my dark elixir. I am not a ground troop attacker. I like my golems. I'm going to level 2 right now.
Okay.
So like my go wipe and go wee wee is so poor. It's like I just don't use it. But I had to upgrade a dark elixir troop because I was sitting on 70,000 dark elixir, and I said if anything's a target up here, it's probably a Town Hall 9 with 70,000 elixir.
And I predict that I will start my pig dogs to level 2 before the end of the push because it's just piling up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm hoping to get my max golems when it's done. So
yeah, they're nice, and it's really cool to be working on air armies that aren't all drags right now, and a change in pace from the war, and I mean the push attacks are way different because you have to be so flexible and kind of on the spot with is your nexting and just eyeballing it and going for what you can. But
exactly right.
Well, hey, thank you guys for being here. Thanks for all your work on the push stuff too.
No problem. Our pleasure.
And so there's a couple spots left. It ends Sunday.
Yep.
Come join, and then you can find out all about everything that happened. I'm surprised at where we're sitting right now, and I know everybody's working really hard. So I'm really hoping for that top 200.
I think a few more. If we get a few more champs going, some more people in Masters 1, I think we'll get there.
Yeah, I think so
for
too.
Sure.
I mean, I've kind of been paying attention, and our coop just put out a mail today saying something about today's the day we'd hit 500.
Yeah.
And it just seems like there's a good pacing going on. So I'm going to do the best I can to help out with that. And
all right.
And now after that Inferno thing, I might just have an even better shot. So of getting up there.
Well, I gotta get a boost in so you don't catch me too closely.
I know.
Too quickly.
I know. Okay. Well, I'm gonna hopefully do Power Hour tonight and
that
try
would be
to do
good.
some stuff. Well, okay, get a hold of us, ClashClans at gmail.com. It's a little slow on the emails with everything going on in the push, but when this week's over, things are kind of back to normal in my world, and I'll get caught up on things. 42427 Clash at WBSMT Radio on Twitter. And anything you guys want to add?
I just want to say thank you for having us on. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for coming on. It's been awesome. Finally meeting you guys in person, or not in person, but via Skype.
Over the phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for doing the podcast. It got me through a lot of boring nights at work when I was at a different job. So.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, it's been a blast, and get to meet all these cool people, and I know after this push I'm going to be probably a better war attacker too. Just
yeah,
based on everything, all the practice, because this is my second push.
Right.
So.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
it helps.
Keep it clashy, and I will see you guys in the clan chat.
All right. Bye.
Thanks, Scotty.
See you later.
Bye.
Right.
Skilly beep 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 skilly